Hey guys, I'm back, and I'm still kind of stuck on the same subject from yesterday. Um, I was musing with my brother and whatnot over text, and he sent me a old video, an old George Carlin video. That man knows his shit. It's so funny. He puts it in a humorous light, but I mean, he's laying down truth like left and right. Okay, so we was talking about patriarchal stuff, kind of like I was in my video, and he sent me the video of George Carlin going on about men and how stupid we are. And it's funny because I always get shit for that when I say, when I talk about some of oh, the qualities that come along with being male born in this lifetime. There's a lot of ways in which we get cut off from knowing ourselves. And so it's like, I'm never dissing us when I say sometimes or when I say just in general that equation that we need the divine feminine to be fully in touch with our God self, with our Godhead, because women are the source of everything. So, anyways, I was thinking about some of the stuff he was saying in his video, right? Like, this is always the big one for me. What made us do what we did, what made us like turn on the divine feminine and subjugate the divine feminine in this way, And, you know, it's funny. I realized that I've been holding the same belief as he's been sharing for a long, long time. I was always under that impression that a lot of us draw that logical conclusion that what the male's problem is we're jealous of the divine feminine's ability to create. And it's like, but that's a little surfacey. It goes deeper than that, Like my metaphor I was trying to elucidate on yesterday with the Moana film. If you think about the characters, so like Moana would be like Te inner child waking back up, basically, the part of her that was like not going to be subjugated by those emotions and be the demon Taka anymore, and was going to seek out how to shift things back, how to get her power back, basically, her personal power, her voice in this world. It's supposed to be in harmony. It's, you know, I figure way back in prehistory, and it's funny because I mean it's in harmony, but that is in harmony is receiving from, the divine feminine from the mother, right? There is so much to this. Like you'll see, and it echoes just about every prehistory culture's story of creation. When you see the Te character, she's freely and abundantly creating from her heart space to bless humanity, right? Because humanity is of her in the first place. And she does this without judgment. There's not, you need to act like this or like that, or you're going to get less than the others until you can learn to act like this. This is what we are dealing with when the male, the patriarchal energy puts itself as a go-between between us and Mother Nature for the things that we need, You got to go through me. It's like, we really don't. We really, really don't. It's offered freely all around us. And before we started taking control of it and parceling things out and creating classes, there was free abundance for everybody. You see that in the film, Te giving out openly. But this is where it gets interesting to me, is the character Maui in the movie, right? This represents basically the male collective's hurt inner child, okay? Something happened. Something happened there. Like the character in the movie, he was abandoned by his parents. So when he saw that he could create and give blessings to the world, he wanted to take that even further, actually take the power of the divine feminine upon himself to make himself feel better. But the point was, it's coming from the attitude of a hurt inner child. And, George Carlin kind of touches on that in his little video too. We are both fed cultural programming that support the attitudes we have towards each other that keep us polarized. That's what this is all about. That's the whole point. Not to be polarized with each other. No more. Because, we're never going to take our power back if we stay that way, if we don't hold space for each other's expressions, right? Men, you can think what you want about the fact, we have to come to terms with that maybe if we feel jealous of the divine feminine's ability to create life in this world, because we have a place in that, and it's a very, very special place, you know. There's nothing underrated about our role just because we're not the ones that have the womb that brings life literally into the physical, you know. We are part of that equation. It's a part of our energy too. Like he kind of touches on in the video, this is so like we are like an offshoot of the female body. All physical bodies start out as female until certain chemical concoctions, you know, different brainwashes that decide whether or not you're male or female. But the body basis is the same. It's based on the female body. Obviously, it came first, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. We should feel very honored. If we look into nature, you'll see that females of certain species and other such, I mean, shoot, there really isn't that in a way. Like, there's creatures that produce asexually. There's scientific evidence that even human females can impregnate their own eggs. In other words, this experience is just another expression of Source wanting to have a more vivid experience, you know? Female can create from herself, but she decided she wanted to have the experience of interaction of, I'm going to co-create with this offspring of myself, you know? That's a huge honor. It's so funny, though, because, like, just the cosmology itself in general. Think about the literal terms that they fed us when the patriarchal energy took over, when we started having dynasties, kings, okay? It's like they're literally saying everything came from the sun, when that's not the way it is, and we can see it all around us. Everything always comes from the mother, you know? They're saying the mother came from the sun, not the other way around. Mother Earth. Yeah, I wanted to touch on that too, it's like, okay, there's two different sides to all world religions. There's the esoteric and the exoteric. The exoteric, as far as I'm concerned, seems to be political manipulation, like all across the board, these exoteric organized religions. And it's really poignant here, because I've been kind of mulling over and going back and forth over this feeling lately. You can see, like, say, in Christianity, for example, all the qualities that Jesus had, they're the same as the civilizing deities from every other culture, even the ones that are older than them. So you can see where they got this from, you know? But if you look at it, like, metaphorically, okay? If you look at it metaphorically, we're worshiping the sun, basically. This is what happened in a quite literal sense. Instead of, you know, being devoted to our mother who gives us endless abundance, endless blessings, we're now going to the sun, you know? That shifted everything for us on a mental level, basically. How do you say? Now we're saying that the mother revolves around the sun, and that, you know, I mean, you'll see it in those religions when they switched over. All of a sudden, the male is the firstborn, and the first female comes from the first male. I mean, that's unnatural, straight up, right? I don't know where else I wanted to go with this morning. Just kind of sharing my random thoughts as they come through. But yeah, it's, you know, there's nobody to blame here, I guess is the point. When we keep projecting the blame outside of ourselves and not taking a look at how we got to this point, we're just contributing to things staying polarized. We're contributing to all the negative things in life that we experience. You know, things don't have to be this way. Things don't have to be this way. We could be co-creating harmony together. More on that later, you guys. I got oodles of notes to elucidate on that further, but I'll talk at you soon. Hopefully this gets some thoughts flowing, at least get you looking for your own answers. All right.